Ever feel like your world is upside down?
Oh, maybe that's just because I was. Well, now that I'm right side up, let's go check out this awesome school. Hey guys, it's Kayla from Scola. Today we're at Citizens of the World Silver Lake Middle School in Los Angeles, California. Ready to check it out? Follow me. So I'm joined today by Justine Yoon. She is the counselor and director of SEL. Thank you so much for having us today.
Yes, thank you so much for coming.
Of course. So to get us started, can you tell me more about the mission here?
At CWC, our mission is to provide a holistic education for each of our students, and that includes our 3 pillars, which are DEI, social emotional learning, and academics, of course. We try to provide a very rigorous curriculum for our students while also considering that these are middle schoolers, and they need all the SEL education and practice to develop the skills that they need in order to go out and be the citizens that we want them to be in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, especially like you mentioned, being middle schoolers, preparing them for high school, those life skills that they're gaining is the most important thing that they can be really focusing on at this middle school age.
Yeah, and while we stress high school, but really we really stress just life beyond and just living in the world that we live in. And so really being able to utilize the fact that our school is extremely diverse by design, and so they get that rich opportunity for many unheard of coming from the communities that they come from to be able to learn and grow among people that are so different from them in every kind of way, whether it be socioeconomically or just by nationality or just by gender identification. So they get to really learn not just about themselves, but themselves as it relates to others in the world.
So now I'm in the community garden with Kazia. She's a 7th grader. So Kazia, can you tell me what's your favorite thing about going to school here?
I really like the people in the community, and yeah, just everyone's really kind, and it's just really fun.
That's awesome. It sounds like you have a lot of friends here, and I know you're a pretty involved student. So what are some of the favorite activities that you do here?
Activities, I'm in the leadership class.
Oh my gosh, tell me about that.
Miss Aries, she's the teacher, the principal, and we make phone calls, we help out in the office, we're like a part of the hiring for new teachers, or we're gonna have to find a new principal soon. Yeah, all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, that is a huge responsibility, but it sounds like you are a perfect fit, and that gives you so many amazing life skills. Do you like that class?
I really do, yeah.
Well, it sounds like this school is a really great fit for you. So then, what would you highlight as 3 things that stand out and make this campus unique?
The first thing that I would say is I can't stress enough how amazing it is to have such a diverse student body and our staff as well, and our leadership. We are in such an interesting place living in Los Angeles, and it's really tough to find a school that is reflective of the demographics of Los Angeles because it's so diverse. But it's really cool to be able to come to a school where our demographic breakdown is not that far off from the Los Angeles breakdown. Wow. And especially, you know, living in the specific community that our school is located in. And so it's a really rare and special opportunity to allow students from such a vast range of zip codes and backgrounds to be able to come together and watching that unfold and then helping them navigate through them. Yeah. And just being able to see that growth and see that kind of learning happening in real time is really rewarding for staff, but also just really rich for students, and something that I don't think that they will understand really the benefits of, or all of the benefits, until much later when they move on. They're like, wow, that was a really different and rare experience. Yeah. The second thing I would say is authenticity. It is one of our values that we hold very near and dear to us, and how we exercise it really is everything we do, we are very transparent about it. We explain things to students in terms of why you're learning what you're learning. We explain things in terms of how does this apply to my life. When we make decisions, whether they be really small or really large, we make sure to include all staff and students in that process, just because we understand that not only, well, specifically at middle school, they're really gonna ask why. And so we're ready for that, and we're ready to be honest with them about why we're doing something. When something happens in our community, maybe there's a harm done or something or some big news, we're not afraid to share with them the truth. We really believe in being honest with our students and giving them the facts about things. So when things happen in the world, we're not afraid to talk about them in our classrooms, because we know that they're going to be talking about it outside of them anyway, and we want them to have the right information. And so that's an example of how we will just be very honest and straight up and direct, but also understanding that that requires support and guidance, and we offer spaces to be able to talk and process with their teachers, with counselors, with leadership, and a lot of any decision we make, whether it be about what we're learning or whether it be about something we're doing for fun or a celebration, there's a lot of intention behind it, and there's a lot of really putting the students first and what their needs and what we want for them to take out of it. So there's a lot of that kind of really honest authenticity, I would say. So the third thing I would say that sets us apart is our drive to create a model that is really centered on a middle school child. It's such a unique time, and it's such an important moment in general, in the grand scheme of their lives, that everything we do, we ask ourselves, what does a middle schooler need right now in this moment? In terms of curriculum, what do they need? In terms of social and emotionally, what do they need? When we created Roots, and we have Roots meet every day for the first part of the day, there's a lot of intention behind that, knowing what middle schoolers really need and want in order to feel seen, heard, and valued. And so that's a lot of how we approach a lot of the decisions that we make, both instructionally and in terms of our social emotional curriculum.
So I'm joined today by Erin. She's an 8th grader. So Erin, tell me, what is your favorite thing about going to school here?
I feel the school is so welcoming, and the community makes you feel like you're truly a part of it.
Yeah, that's great. And I know you just came from your favorite class. Tell me a little bit more about what you're learning and what that class is.
In English, it was from English, and we're reading a new book, and it's about an Arab immigrant coming to America.
Awesome. And I hear you're pretty involved in the school. What are some of the clubs or activities you're involved in?
I'm in student store where we sell snacks and other foods to raise money for the school.
Oh, awesome. And I know you're headed into high school next year. How do you feel like you've been prepared for that transition, and what are you excited for?
I feel like all the teachers have definitely shown and recommended me schools to go, and they also have connections with other schools that really help.
Yeah, well, I'm very excited for you to head into high school, and it sounds like the school's a great fit for you right now. So I know as your role as the director of SEL, social emotional learning has a big role in the teaching and learning, but dive into that a little bit more for me. How would you describe your teaching and learning style here?
We pride ourselves in the fact that we center a lot of our learning in constructivist philosophies. And so one example that I could give you that we're working on at the moment is a project that we call Informed Action Projects. And this is something that happens across all grade levels, and Roots teachers are really the ones who sort of guide that process for every class. And what it is we look at all of our graduate dispositions, which are the things that the habits and the skills that we hope our students all graduate here with, and they're all related to either skills and habits and mindsets for themselves as it pertains to dealing with themselves in the world. Then there's them with others, and then them in the world, in relation to the world. And so with those graduate dispositions in mind, we really push our students to think about their civic duty and their civic responsibility. And so in their informed action projects, students are able to think of something that they really feel passionate about, that they want change for. And in their projects, in their Roots classes, they'll be working in groups to create these projects, and every grade level is going to look a little bit different. Grade levels will come together in meetings, and they'll be able to collaborate together, and they get time to do that. And it's really fun seeing what each grade level comes out with, whether there was one year where everyone had to do podcasts, another year where they did recipes. And so it's a fun way to really get them thinking about how to practice their civic duties and responsibilities. At the end of it, what we really want for our students is for them to care about something, for them to figure out what they can do about it, and for them to enjoy the process of figuring that out and understanding that, yeah, this is something that I have the power to do something about. And we support that, and we're all about that. So that's a really, I think, a really good example of a project that we really are proud of here, I guess.
Yeah. So when meeting your students, something that they really highlighted was how much they love this community. So can you tell me more about your community and your campus here?
Yeah, so our community is naturally very interesting because of the students that we're getting from all around. And I'd say we really work hard to create a community where everyone understands their role as being part of this larger community. So whether it's in our community gathering assemblies that we have monthly, where we come together and celebrate achievements and birthdays and small wins, or whether it's in Roots classes where they're meeting every Friday as a group in a circle, no matter what, to connect and share stories and talk about things that are going on in our school that are really important to us. We really stress this idea that we are a community, and that community is something that is an action that they're doing every day. From the moment that they walk in, every behavior, every decision that they make affects our community. And so that's really important, and we're super excited because in terms of our location, fall 2024, we've got a brand new building that we're currently working on, where we'll all be able to be together just as one large group. And I think it'll be just really exciting to see our community that we've really focused on building to be now all together in a physical building, so close to our elementary building, just 2 blocks down. And I think we'll really get to reap the benefits of what all the hard work of building what community means just on a ground level is going to look like once we're in a physical building together.
So you were mentioning this Roots class. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so Roots is the name that we give for our advisory class. It happens every day, and really it's an advisory class like probably no other, in that it is designed to address so many different aspects of social and emotional development. So for example, on Mondays is dedicated to mental health. So we understand that you come in on Monday, it could be a little tough to come back from the weekends. So they're doing things like mindfulness, they're doing things like meditation, they're doing things like journaling, things to really like get their brains going and not just feel like, whoa. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are dedicated to lessons that have been created around identity. And so they're really wrestling and critically thinking about things related to their identity and in relation to the world and social justice. Wednesdays are all about community action. That means they're either doing something for the community here, or they're working together in some capacity. They have to work, there's no way to do the activity unless you're working all together. And then Fridays are circles, and so we get together, everyone gets in a physical circle, and we spend time just really sharing, bonding, having joy, maybe having tears, whatever is happening that day. And so that happens every single day, even like there's no day of the week that you don't have that. So that's how you start off your day every day.
Yeah, I'm sure the students love that. That's going to be so, so valuable for them.
I think they'll appreciate it even more as they pass on.
Absolutely. So finally, for families who might be interested in enrolling their middle schooler here, where should they go to learn more information?
They should definitely go online to citizensoftheworld.org to find out a lot more specific information about the specific schools.
Perfect. And you can also go to Scola.com. Thank you again so much for having us today.
Thank you so much for coming.
Well, that's a wrap at CWC Silver Lake. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next school.